Hey y'all, thanks for tuning in to Outdoor and Door Texan. Today I'm going to show you how I make homemade Chipotle peppers. For those of y'all not familiar with them, Chipotle peppers are actually smoked and dried ripe jalapeno peppers. They're a staple in Mexican and Tex-Mex cooking where they add a fantastic dark smoky flavor with just a touch of heat. We'll talk more about what to do with them later, but for now, let's walk through how to make them. Starting out, you'll need some ripe red jalapeno peppers. You can work with pounds and pounds of them at one time, or like me, just use that last bumper crop from your jalapeno plant. You'll notice that I cut some in half while leaving others whole. The traditional method calls for leaving the peppers whole while smoking them, but I just wanted to play around a bit and cut some in half. I can tell you now from my experience, either way is fine, but if you cut them in half, they will finish a little bit faster than the whole ones. Like I mentioned earlier, you can't make Chipotles without a little bit of smoke, so let's head outside and get our fire lit. I'll be working with my big green egg today, but any smoker that can keep a temperature of 200 degrees Fahrenheit for hours at a time will work just fine. If you have a pellet smoker at home, that will actually be the easiest thing to use since you can dial in the temperature and keep it exactly where you want it. But I would suggest using a smoke tube to help add some more smoke to the chamber since they're typically pretty light on the smoke. Whatever smoker you end up using, just make sure to set things up where the peppers are shielded from direct flames and heat. We're really focusing on fusing smoke flavor into the peppers more so than we are cooking them. Here's a quick tip for smoking small things like peppers. Use a wire rack or a vegetable grill pan like mine. This will save you some trouble when it's time to pull them off where you aren't fishing each individual piece with tongs. And this setup helps keep the smaller pieces from falling through the grates. Now it's just a matter of time and patience. I like to check mine every hour or so and decide to pull them off once they're fully dehydrated and infused with all that rich smoke flavor. If you're working with a really big batch of peppers and the hours are dragging on and on while you're tending the fire, you can always pull them after a few hours of smoking and then transfer them over to a dehydrator or even an oven set to warm. They'll easily have enough smoke in them after the first 3 hours or so, and then it's simply a matter of finishing out that drying phase. This batch was done right at the 3-hour mark, but times can really vary depending on how many peppers you're working with. Whichever way you get there, your finished Chipotles should be brittle, hardened, dehydrated shells of their normal self and carry a nice light smoky scent to them. If they sound like this, they're done. Now that you've made Chipotle peppers, what do you do with them? Well, I personally like to toss them into a spice grinder or food processor and make homemade Chipotle powder. You can sprinkle this magic dust on just about anything to add that dark, smoky, hot flavor to it. You can also see that I left a portion of them shredded so I could use those like I would crushed red pepper flakes. I sprinkle it on pizza, add a dash to salsas or soups. Again, anywhere you want that smoky heat. Chipotles are a fantastic and versatile ingredient. Some people make paste with them, others combine them with adobo sauce, while others keep them whole and reconstitute them when it comes time for cooking. The possibilities really are endless, so let me know in the comments below what you do with yours. That'll do it for this one, and thank y'all so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, I would greatly appreciate it if you consider hitting that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, it certainly helps keep me going, and you'll have access to countless recipes with more great content to come. Alright y'all, take care.